Hi and welcome back. This is going to be a great start to 2021. 2021 has been supported and sponsored by my amazing members and patrons. I want to give massive thanks to all of my supporting members and patrons. Thank you all so very much. So I remember way back in, it must have been 2020, I had a bit of an issue with Mr. Nathan Oakley following comments he'd made on his live chat on a live stream that showed intent to dox me. And I have done a couple of videos about this and took action, and I know that people have been asking me for updates as to where we are now. I can give an update. So first of all, let's have a quick recap for those who don't know what happened. Now let's go back a bit to what really piqued my interest. So here we are a couple minutes earlier. Nathan Oakley. Has anybody looked into Mr. Sensible? Bob the pervert guy turned out to have a background in need of exposure. What's Mr. Sensible's deal? Might ask P. Mars to look at Mr. Sensible. Really, Nathan? And on a few seconds more, someone says Mr. Sensible looks like a closet sword swallower. And Nathan says, yeah, we will find out. Do you realise, Mr. Nathan Oakley, what you have been stupid enough to do and stupid enough to type out and broadcast to the world? Do you realise? Well, let me tell you. And I did. I showed the laws that his behaviour was apparently breaching and gave him a solution to this. The solution was for him to produce an apology video, promising not to dox and to speak out against doxing and that sort of behaviour. Also, although I'm sure that Nathan watches all my videos and that he's a fan and subscriber, I thought it best to make sure that he was aware of this situation. So I left this comment on one of his videos. However, as he hadn't responded to it, I also thought I'd better email him directly. I sent a very long and detailed email to him explaining again about the whole doxing situation, the laws it breaches, the way that he could rectify it by issuing an apology video, or that I would contact the police. I think it was the next day that I received a reply from Nathan where he kindly offered that I could go round to his house and suck his balls while maintaining good eye contact, and that maybe his wife would want to watch. I wasn't very impressed with that, but I let it go, and we left it for the rest of the 14 days. And then I did another video. In the second video, with Nathan's 2-week period having expired, I filled in this crime report. I showed people how easy it is to do this. I would really encourage people to do this if they're suffering from cyberbullying, from doxing and attacks like that, because they are not acceptable. The police do take it seriously, as does the CPS. In that video, I confirmed that this crime report had been submitted. I further explained that I had just received a phone call from an officer during the making of the video, and that I had provided a statement. And right near the end, I also added that I had just received an email confirmation and a crime report number. Basically, the police had accepted it for investigation. Now it was a case of just waiting. That waiting has now come to an end. Yesterday, I had a call from the officer in charge of the case. He had spoken to his sergeant and they discussed it, and they had taken the following action. They called Nathan Oakley in to the police station. I'm sure it must have been a great shock. It does just show that because you're behind a screen, it does not mean that you are untouchable. They have discussed it with Nathan, and my understanding is that he has said that he doesn't know P. Mars and that he doesn't intend to dox me, for which I'm grateful He could have just said that in a video and saved a lot of embarrassment, but there we go. On discussion, the sergeant and officer in charge have decided that the comments made were not blatant enough to ensure a successful prosecution. However, he has been warned about his behaviour, and he has been told that he is skating on very thin ice. So at that point, the case has been filed after he has been spoken to. I hope that that's enough to draw a veil over this, and I hope that it's enough to show people who might decide to go trolling people, to try and dox them or harass them online, that you aren't untouchable. You can be reached. You can be subject to the laws of your land. So as far as I'm concerned, that brings this whole sorry episode to a close. I hope that lessons have been learned. I'd like to round off by saying the earth is a globe. Suck it up, princess, and stay sensible.